So this is Thunder. This is my stud-minded gelding. He is gorgeous. Yes, he's gorgeous. This is his 4-month-old colt. This is Justice. He is so cute. Yes, my buddy. He's my buddy. This is Justice's mama, Echo. She is a mini. She's about 10 hands. It took me 2 years to get her trust. I couldn't walk up to her in the pasture. I couldn't talk to her, couldn't catch her, nothing. She'd run full-sized horses through the fence. She was just a mess. Somebody decided to beat her with a 2x4 because she wouldn't leave her previous colt. He's so cute. Oh, I love him. So, he's named Echo's Justice. Justice for short. This is Kahlua. She is another rescue. Don't mind them, they're a little dirty. I think she's black turning gray. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with her. She came from a horse trainer, and I wish I could horse train her because the horse trainer couldn't catch her in the field or do anything with her, and they got rid of her basically because I couldn't do anything with her. So I let her be in the herd and grow, because she's only about 18 months. She's still a baby. And she settled in real nice. And this guy was 400 pounds underweight, literally on death's door. And I've had him about a year, a little over a year actually. And at the end of April it was a year. And he's filled out beautifully. Are you scratching your head on that? Yeah. Here, let me see if I can't find the itchy spot. Where's the itchy spot, huh? Oh, it's right here. Is that the itchy spot? Is that where you're itching? Oh, that's where you're itching. Oh, just a good boy. So as far as like herd dynamics go, he's the leader. He's high horse. Unless I'm out here, and then he's not high horse. But he wants attention this morning, which is weird. Usually he's like, I don't want you to touch me. It's on his terms, not mine. But he's a good boy. And those two. I love those two. I know people have talked about heart horses. I have 3. This giant, well, he's not really a giant. He's only like 14 hands. This fella here and those 2 are my heart horses. Her because, well, who doesn't feel sorry about a mama who was abused? And him because he was the baby that wasn't supposed to be. Huh, Justice? Huh. So we had a storm, and I haven't cleaned up the tree yet, and I don't know if I'm going to, because I'd rather them scratch their butts on the tree than on the fence. So I may just leave it, because he's a character. He is a character. Aren't you, bud? Oh, Thunder, you're a character. All horses should be as loved as these guys are. So, he's high horse. And he's gonna roll. Yep. Down he went. Are you getting dirty? Look at you. Oh my God, look at you. The baby. Him and the baby. It's like bitey face. Unfortunately, Justice doesn't have any other colts to play with, so he has to make do with the adults. I've seen these two run around playing. Yeah, I've seen you run around playing. I know. I don't got nothing for you. You're a good boy, though. Him just running for the sheer fun of running, and Justice in front of him. And this is a horse that'll run you over if you're in his way. He does not care. And he let Justice win every time. It was funny. I wish I had it on camera. Get you, Michael boy. How anybody could mistreat these guys is beyond me. I mean, they live outside 24/7, all of them, in this herd. God, you're so dirty. Look at his cheek. Oh, that's from him rolling. They live in this herd 24/7 as a group, and they're all 3 of them are raising him. Like I said, he's 4 months old, and he's my buddy. Aren't you, Justice? Aren't you? Yeah. You're my buddy, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. You're my buddy. Here. That'll give you some idea of the size difference between the 2 of them. That's why he's so big. That's why he's 4 months old and almost as big as she is. Because that's his daddy. Plus, if you look at him, he's built like his daddy. Yeah, my Echo. Oh, my Echo. She wouldn't come anywhere near anybody. Not that I blamed her, but... So, this horse here, I had done quite a bit to ease her sadness. But it wasn't until Justice was born that she was, like, complete. And I kept my promise to her. When this is Apple. This is our donkey. She protects him from the coyotes. Don't you? Yes, you do. You're such a good girl. She's my dad's donkey. She, picked my dad. She tolerates me, but she picked my dad. And I have 2 shadows. Always have 2 shadows. Oh, he's so funny. I love him. I really thought he was gonna die. I thought I was bringing him home to euthanize him. He was so underweight. He looked so bad. But he's filled out beautifully. This is all fat, by the way. None of that's muscle. It's all fat. And he keeps on basically hay and enrich, which is just the nutrients and vitamins and stuff. I don't have to feed him anything hardcore. He keeps pretty much on nothing. He's what you would call a very easy keeper. Normally she's a very easy keeper, but she's also feeding the colt. So she's a little bit underweight, which is fine. She's got laminitis, so I have to keep an eye on her weight anyways. So her, as I said, she got beat with a 2x4, and I took her because she was free. They couldn't do anything with her. They couldn't catch her in the field. She was running full-sized horses through the fence. Whole 9. She was a mess. She was a hot mess. So I brought her home, and this is before I had Thunder and Kahlua, but I had Apple and some sheep. So I just let her be, you know, because that's all you can do, really. So I gave her time to process, time to heal, time to figure out that I wasn't going to be mean to her. So when I found out what they did, beating her to make her leave her colt, because apparently that's how you wean babies, who knew, I promised her I'd breed her one more time and she could keep her baby. I promised that to her when I got her. So 2 years later, I brought home Thunder, who is an emaciated stallion, and there was no keeping them apart. So, I mean, we didn't think he actually bred her because she's so small. But as time went on, I realized that she was pregnant and took care of her and everything. Now here's the coolest part about all this, okay? She's a chestnut white Tobiano. He's a bay Tobiano. I always wanted a black and white Tobiano, and they gave me a black and white. The odds of that happening is like 7%. He should have been chestnut or bay, not black and white. So, I'm a firm believer that everything has a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So he's supposed to be here. Aren't you? He's my buddy. It took me a while to get him to be my buddy, but he's my buddy. So she gets to keep him forever. I'm going to geld him when he's older. The vet doesn't want to geld him until he's about a year old. Just because he's so small. He's technically a mini. But, he's not really a mini. He's this one and her. Are you coming over to say hi? And nobody will understand how, I mean, maybe people who have horses and gets the shyness of them will understand how cool it is that they'll walk up to me and I can pretty much do whatever I want with them. Yes, I know. Come here. I'm gonna give you a kiss. Mwah. He's my buddy. Every once in a while, Thunder challenges me like a stud because he's stud-minded. He walks like a stud. He acts like a stud. I'm not ever gonna like beat that out of him or whatever. It's part of who he is. Psst. Come on. Go. Move. Go. 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 Yes, he's so afraid of me. Go. I can't get him to move. There he goes. Sort of. And if you watch him, he walks with purpose. Oh, no. Come on. Come on. There you go. Good boy. He walks with purpose. He walks like he's top dog, which he is. And he knows he is. She's a insecure baby. But he's raising his colt, which is the way it should be, really and truly. They should all be out in a pasture like this. Well, one with more grass, I guess. But they should all be out in a pasture together. I mean, Justice is awesome. Even now, he's awesome. He's not spooky. He freaking... Something big and loud drives by, he goes and investigates it. Challenged a lawnmower the other day when I was mowing the lawn. That was funny.